Okay. Cool. So, you can put your camera back on. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Kristina just put her camera off. I think she's making stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, there you are. But thanks for jumping on here and supporting Brylie and Kristina in their journey with this 30 days to healthy living and Arbonne. My name is Lisa Olson, and I know Brylie through a mutual friend who's a personal trainer out here in Colorado. And so today we're just going to talk about this 30 days to healthy living program, like a lot of education. We'll touch on a few products, but that's not the main point of this whole presentation. It's more to just share our stories and be able to give some insight for a different way to look at food and look at nutrition. So real quick, a little background about me. I started this business 7 years ago. I didn't think I would do Arbonne like as a business by any means. I had started my personal training business, my own thing, like a year before I started Arbonne. So I've been at Arbonne for 7 years, had my personal training business, well, really for 9 years, so maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I had the training business first, and I didn't want to do Arbonne at all. I was so against having any kind of like party or event or trying to sell my friends on something. But then I just realized I was super uneducated about it, and I was already giving meal plans out. I was already recommending different supplements and protein and different things to my clients. And my husband was like, I don't know, if you maybe partner with a company that fits in with your beliefs and you like the ingredients and you like the products, then maybe it makes sense to have like this as part of your fitness business. And so I did the 30 days to healthy living challenge when I was 7 months pregnant with our youngest. I had a 2-year-old at home. I was working full-time at the bank as a small business banker, and then I was doing my personal training in the evenings and on the weekends. And I went through the 30-day program, and I was like, really, I can use all these products and do this while I'm pregnant? That for me was like, wow, this is good stuff, right? They're good, clean ingredients. And then I had so much energy, it was crazy. I should have been passed out on the couch, right? Any of you moms on here, right? I should have been passed out, and I wasn't. I was up until 10:30, 11 every night, figuring out a way, like, get me away from this bank. I don't want to go back here, like, at all. I don't mind working. I really enjoy working. I like having a purpose in that sense. I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I wanted to be able to be present for my kids and make sure that I was at their first games and pick them up from school and drop them off when I knew that it felt right. There's nothing more than not being there to pick up your kid from school when they go through like a hard day and they're telling their hard to somebody else and not you, and then you get the leftovers of that. Like I didn't want that. Like that makes me tear up. Like I wanted to be that first warm hug or be there for them and be their cheerleader when they were participating in their first game. So I am not working at the bank anymore. Arbonne is like my full-time income. We're not going to talk income at all, but if you want to see it, you can go to earnings.arbonne.com to see typical earnings. But what this has provided is just a venue, a vehicle to really allow me to fulfill my life's purpose. And I've always been, I was a Division I college athlete. I've always been into sports and coaching and helping others. So now I have this Olson Fitness System business where my vision is to have other health coaches and personal trainers on my team. I put on retreats throughout the year. I put on 3 retreats every year where we go away to the mountains, and I can just breathe life into women and make sure that they're, stretching their health and becoming healthier and understanding their life's purpose, and going out to conquer as Brylie is like, we're out to conquer the world.
It's happening.
It is happening. And that's what I love, is empowering other people to go after their vision and their purpose. And we can't do that if we're not healthy. So that's where it all stems from. Like if we're not healthy and we're dragging and we're tired and we're hating life, like we can't go live out what we're really meant to do. And I know we're talking the 30 days to healthy living program here, but that's what this really leads up to, is having that energy and being able to to live out your life's purpose. So we're letting Brylie, and if Kristina is wanting to share a little of her story, we'll have that. But Brylie and I are going to really go through this 30 days to healthy living presentation and kind of go through the slides together. But I want to, Kristina, I want to put you on the spot, right? You're gonna walk away. I want to put you on the spot first and just tell us why you like Arbonne, you know, and where you see yourself going with this, and why you decided to start a business with Arbonne too.
So I did the first 30 days and lost 12 pounds in that time frame, and then also just feeling better, less bloated, all the wonderful effects of the products, cutting out the things that really were not great for me. I have fibromyalgia, so gluten and dairy products tend to not do, I mean, they're not really good for most people, but let alone fibromyalgia people tend to have a lot more issues with them as well. So I've noticed a difference in all of that, my pain scale, all that stuff. And then on top of that, my 13-year-old is special needs, like I've mentioned. So he's very strict with his diet. And this boy has this whole week had 2 shakes a day. And today he even made his shake himself. So he's like, I'm not waiting for you to get up, Mom. I'm gonna make my shake. And so like he did it himself and he's loving them. I see he's enjoying it, and it's something that I'm so glad I can do, but then also my kids can do it, because I've done the programs where I'm doing all my meal prepping and everything for me, and then I still have to do all the stuff for the kids separately, and that's a lot. So the fact that I can do this with them, it just makes a great program. And then I'm debating on getting into a whole fitness type thing after the military. So this is starting that process, because I'm only 5 years out, and they tell you when you want to start planning things to start planning them early. Yeah. So here we go. And Brylie was my wingman for it. So we're gonna
open that gym together.
Yeah.
Sweet. Then you guys can be partners with me, and then when we have people wherever you are, I can be like, no, go.
Yes.
Like that's the goal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I bet that's just so, it means so much when your kids can thrive, right? And find something nutritious and something that they can do on their own and that they enjoy, and then it's good for them. Like, we don't find that very often. So
no, and especially not with him.
Right.
So
routine is a big deal. So this could be a new, really positive, healthy routine for him, which is huge, right? That's what he thrives on. So
yeah.
Cool. All right, Brylie, tell us your story a little bit, and then we'll get into our presentation.
Oh, yay, the presentation. Maybe if I talk long enough, we won't have to get to that. I'm just kidding.
We won't make it boring. We'll be
I'm just kidding. So I have done keto, I have done paleo, I have done meal prep galore, and for the last about 3 years, I have been counting my macros every single day and measuring food. And it was just becoming a lot. It was becoming like almost like I was obsessed about it. And it just wasn't a healthy mindset. It wasn't motivating me. It was really discouraging me I just grew frustrated and I wasn't reaching my goals. And so Cody, who's my fitness programmer, I knew he did it. So I just reached out to him and I was like, yo, what is this crap? And I gave it a whirl, and it has, like, it sounds so crazy because I never thought I would ever do anything like this. Like, this is not who I am. But I'm super passionate about it because of what the company stands for, but more importantly, everything that I have grown in just the last, what am I on, like day 55 or something like that? I don't even know anymore. But between my skin, between, feeling that addiction with coffee and thinking that I was never going to be able to give that up, I have a way healthier relationship with food now. I actually enjoy eating rather than just like feeling like I have to eat because that's what I have to do. I actually look forward to eating. Last week I had more vegetables than I could like I've ever had, and I just feel energized and I sleep well. My workouts have been really good. Granted, I'm still kind of in a caloric deficit, but even still with that, I'm able to still hightail it through my workouts, and it's wonderful. And this, so I just got diagnosed with endometriosis. And so my menstrual cycles every single month, it got to the point where I was passing out and vomiting and excruciating amount of pain. And this last month has been the first month in almost 2 years where I've been able to be a normal human being, because of my inflammation is just significantly decreased. And
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. If you guys just, I don't want
Yeah.
to be rude and just run off, but I'm gonna run to the bathroom like super quick. Be right back.
Okay.
I've been drinking water like crazy.
Good for you.
So yeah, I'm hot. Well, we'll wait for her to come back. But
Wait for her to come back. I didn't know that about you. That's crazy.
yeah, so I made an appointment like a month ago and to do a follow-up and everything. And this last month was the first month that I've been able to be a normal human. And so when I was talking to my doc about it the other day, she was like, you have to, keep your diet a non-inflammatory diet, and that will really help. And it started to click with me. I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't like on death row this last month.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah.
Good for you. Those are things to like keep in mind, to be like, oh, is anybody else feeling this way? There's so many people out there that like you probably for the past 2 years, it's like, oh, well, this is just a normal thing. Like this is how it's gonna be every month. And that's where, when our diet comes into play, or we're doing things, or there's just the stuff, we just chalk it up to being like, well, that's just how it is. That's my normal, even though
Yeah, I thought it was just my new normal and getting old.
yeah.
And and then, of course she started talking about like it was kind of a rough day, but having kids might be more difficult. And so she just started talking about, make sure you stay eating healthy and taking care of yourself. And I'm like, well, I've already got that taken care of. So,
I joke with a lot of people. I'm like, I wonder how many people I've gotten pregnant. Like, you say it that way, but seriously, like when I go down the list of people that I've like worked with, that have trained with me, or done the nutrition stuff with me, I'm like, look at all these babies that came out of this, because a healthy body is a fertile body, and
yeah,
people that didn't think that they could get pregnant or any of that. I actually talked to somebody who is specialized in fertility and nutrition, and I was like, so is there anything specific that you really focus on? And she was the one that was like, a healthy body is a fertile body. And I was like,
yep,
okay, nothing
yeah,
crazy. Those inflammatory things are nuts. So
yeah. And then my mom, and so the last thing I'll say is my mom, she was super unhealthy. So I knew that if I did this, it would encourage her and inspire her. And it's so awesome. Like I saw her last weekend and she just looks totally different. And it's not even like this huge weight change. It's just the inflammation. And like, it's just like, it's so hard to explain if you haven't seen it, but her ankles aren't swollen anymore. And she's a tiny woman. Like she's like 5'3", 120 pounds soaking wet, but so it's just, it's been really, really good. So
good. It's cool when
here we are.
yeah, personal changes yourself, and then you're helping other people and you can see it, right?
Yeah.
there, especially your friends and your family and your mom. Like that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing. So I want to get into this and help you learn how to present as well. We've done this once before, and now we'll kind of do this presentation together. So hopefully you guys can share my screen here. We call this just a healthy happy hour, and people have this idea of, I mean, there's different stages when you want change. You're kind of like not ready for it, not even thinking about it. Then there comes this awareness, and you're like, I wonder what I could do. And then there's that discovery zone where you're looking to be like, okay, should I do keto? Should I do this? Should I do a diet? Should I do whatever? And so this is kind of in the discovery zone area to be like, I'm thinking about either making a huge change or a small change. Like, I know for sure Cody and Brylie have had, a huge fitness background. So did I. And it's like not trying to do this for weight management or weight loss or anything like that. It's like, I'm already pretty healthy, but what can I do to just tweak this? But this program can also be for people to do a complete overhaul with their habits and really reset everything. So that's what I like about this. It's not just for one kind of person. So we'll go through this presentation. I'll go through a couple slides, and then Brylie will go through a couple slides. If you guys have questions, you want to interject at all, please feel free. We can keep it, pretty interactive. But our hope really is that this becomes a lifestyle change for you and for your family. Like, it's not a fad diet. We're not trying to count macros, right, Brylie? We're not counting calories. We're not trying to just lose weight, right? We really just want to get healthy. So when you know better, you do better, right? And this 30-day program is going to reveal foods that are sabotaging your health. We're going to reprogram your body to remove the toxins, reduce food cravings. Briley's talked about a lot about her skin. For me, the skin is a big deal too. Like, if I have dairy or certain foods, I just break out like crazy. And now I know what foods make me feel like crap and what foods make me look and feel good. So if we take care of our health and we focus on health first, and we do have weight to lose, the weight will come off, right? We don't want to just think about exercise, because you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. You cannot outrun the fork. One reason I think that this 30-day program is so beneficial is because you have a personal coach that supports you daily through everything. And then we also have a private Facebook group where you get accountability, education, encouragement, meal plans, shopping lists, so much in that group. So you're not alone, right? What we teach is how to eat clean, what foods to remove during the challenge that may be causing a negative effect on our body and why. We want to establish healthier levels of nutrition, balance blood sugar, support your detoxifying organs, and do a gentle elimination of toxins in the body. And then we actually teach you how to reintegrate foods back into your diet after the 30 days, just to see if you have any intolerances or sensitivities. But some people don't go back to putting anything back in their body, especially like Kristina, especially those with fibromyalgia or major autoimmunes and issues where they've been in so much pain. They're like, I don't want to add any of that stuff back in. Like, I feel amazing. Don't put any of that stuff back in my body. We were talking about the new normal, right? With the monthly pain. And it's like, that's not normal. When we can balance our hormones and balance everything, you can feel better and the body can heal itself. So Brylie, why don't you talk about these next two?
All right. So just like you were saying, I haven't really integrated anything back because I don't want to. But the whole point, the initial start of this is to detoxify and to move all the toxins out of your body. The traditional weight loss programs like keto, paleo, paleo is clean eating, but they don't we haven't necessarily learned the education and the knowledge about why that stuff is important. And it's really to eliminate all of the toxins in our body. Like it says here, you know, if a drain is clogged, it will gradually fill up and swell over the sides. And that's kind of like what I was talking about with my mom. That's what was happening. And she was then starting to see a lot of swelling and the inflammation in the body. And that's, you know, that spilling over the sides, it's that inflammation.
Mhm.
And so for this program, it turns down that faucet by taking in less toxins, unclogging that drain, and pushing them through all the organs. And the tea especially, which we'll get into, it helps with that flow. And the most important thing is it is smooth. It's not, you know, this necessarily the shock to your body the first couple of days. You know, there is an adjustment period, but it is a gradual flow. This is not a diet. You know, oftentimes people are like, oh, I'm on the paleo diet or keto diet. Those kind of diets, especially keto, because I have done that, or counting the macros and, you know, pulling up, you know, Fitness Pal and inputting and weighing all your foods. It's not sustainable. And that's what I found with those diets. It was unrealistic, it was unsustainable, and it was super restrictive. So I found myself rebounding and the cravings were intensified. With this, I haven't craved anything. You know, I was in my commander's office at least twice a day, getting chocolate, and those thoughts don't even exist anymore. And when they have, and I've had the chocolate, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's really cool to see that, because I'm not having that rebound effect that I often had, and I've created and introduced these healthy habits. And it's so much easier to maintain this lifestyle, to support all of my organs. And it's been super awesome. The fatigue is gone. My skin, like I've said, and all of those things, you know, that I was seeing before, they're next to none now.
Yeah, I thought your one post that you made about your skin and the masks and stuff was really.
Oh yeah, like I couldn't even before this, I couldn't even leave the house without putting, you know, makeup on. Like, just like, I don't wear a lot, like any makeup, but I would always have to put concealer on because, you know, I had blotching, and just, it was gross. I hated it.
Now you can feel good, right?
Yeah, now I'm just like, makeup, what? Oh.
You need it. Yep. Awesome. So we're gonna eat clean, which really means that we're trying to avoid the minimally processed, or we're trying to consume minimally processed foods and really avoid those major processed foods. It's like we said, it's a lifestyle, it's not a diet. Eat real whole foods that exist in nature, right? That don't have any of the synthetic fake chemicals, right? Food color, dyes, that get rid of that. My kids even say, my 9-year-old Wyatt was at our like Discover Arbonne meeting this past week where we presented more of the opportunity, and somebody asked him, it was like a Mother's Day thing, and so kids were involved, and so somebody asked him what he really liked about Arbonne, and one of the things he said was the fizz sticks, and everybody's like, well, yeah, everybody loves the fizz sticks, which we'll talk about, but he's like, it's just so much better than Gatorade or some of those drinks, you know, like the red drinks and the blue drinks, you know, like those make me not feel good, and the fizz are good. And he literally would drink some of those, like any of the red dyes and red drinks, and he'd come home and he'd throw up. And it's like, wow, you know, like, so being able to have good options that don't have those food color and dyes and stuff that's not good for us or for our kiddos. So we do eat, like so many people think, oh, is this, you know, 30-day program, I see you drinking a lot of smoothies or that kind of thing. We focus on eating real food. So grass-fed beef without the hormones or antibiotics, free-range chicken and turkey that are not fed grains, hormones, and antibiotics. Think about it. If those things are being fed the grains, hormones, antibiotics to fatten them up, right? Get them bigger, quicker. What is that doing to us? Because we're consuming that, right? We're going to eat pasture-raised organic eggs, wild-caught seafood, certain organic fruits and veggies, good, healthy, complex carbs. Carbs are not your enemy. They're your best form of energy. But do the complex carbs like the brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes. Healthy fats we want to consume. We also have vegan recipes available for people too, and I'll do some of the vegan recipes as is, but I'll also add in some kind of animal protein to those recipes too, and they're really, really good. So a fun fit fact, inflammation is the body's immune response to toxins as it works to purify itself. Healthier eating can control insulin, cholesterol levels, and reduce inflammation. That's a big deal, right? So eating that anti-inflammatory diet can really help your body heal itself. So here's some of the things that we're going to eliminate because they don't serve you. So we want to not have preservatives, pesticides, hormones, antibiotics. Here's the big ones that people start getting a little nervous about, with no dairy, gluten, corn, soy, whey. Like, especially in the fitness world, whey is one of the cheapest forms of protein out there. It's a byproduct of the cheese making process, and it's hard to digest. So many, especially in the fitness world, think I need to have a whey protein to be able to help me build lean body mass. Not true. Not true at all. And we'll talk about the Arbonne vegan protein. It's got the complete amino acid profile that rivals that of whey, where you can build that lean body mass just fine. But we're going to have no refined sugar, no coffee or alcohol. That's usually a really scary one, especially the coffee for people, but we'll show you substitutions. The problem with coffee, it's not the caffeine, it's the acidic levels of coffee, and it just tears your stomach up. It's hard on the adrenals. So having different forms of caffeine, it's going to give you clearer energy without the crash and without any issues, really. It's only 30 days too. People freak out, but it's only 30 days. No artificial flavors, sweeteners, no white foods, no vinegar. Vinegar is another one that's really acidic. Like, think about what you do with vinegar. A lot of people clean like their washer when their washer stinks, or you're killing weeds, right? If you're killing weeds with vinegar, like, what is that doing to the inside of your body, right? So a lot of the common foods we eat have negative effects on our body. We don't even realize it. We just think that that's normal. That's what we were talking about earlier with Brylie. And a lot of foods that you eat can cause drainage, stuffy nose, allergies, bloating, gas. Once again, my 9-year-old, I use him a lot, but it's cool to see the effects of it. Like, he knows that gluten and dairy stuff him up, and he'll go through like seriously 40-50 tissues at night if he has pizza that evening for dinner. And it's so sad. He's got seasonal allergies, and we've had to do the pricking and the testing on his back, and it's hard to see. But now he realizes, hey, if I get rid of some of these foods, those allergies are not as bad. And then he can breathe. Like, he actually has like breathing problems because of the allergies that he has. So his food plays a big part in that. And it's so awesome that he can learn at 9 years old. Don't you wish that you learned at 9 years old some of these things? That what foods can really have a negative effect on your body. So if you could do anything, get rid of the aspartame, right? That's the artificial sweeteners, all the Splenda, sucralose, all those things. They've been linked to many medical conditions, including memory loss, headaches, fibromyalgia, MS, joint pain, Parkinson's, chronic fatigue, all of that. So get rid of the fake. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. All right, your turn? Or did I do?
All right. So an average American consumes, which this blows my mind, 152 pounds of sugar a year, 55 pounds of added sugar, and sugar is 8 times as addictive as cocaine. I think that's why I was always craving that coffee, and I didn't even realize that, because I was using Splenda. I would put at least 2 packets of Splenda. Oh my God, which is
what just happened? Sorry.
Oh,
My mouse is not working. There we go. Sorry.
Yeah, I was using 2 packets of Splenda every single day, at least once a day. So that was, feeding cancer and, other health related issues, I'm sure. Dairy is the most common allergen, which also with my coffee, I'd put creamer in it. So that was causing bloating and gas every single day. I think a lot of my skin issues were stemming from that too. It's about 75% of the world's population is genetically unable to properly digest dairy. And there's no evidence to that stating that dairy is actually good for you. You get the same amount of calcium in 2 cups of broccoli as you do a glass of milk. So that's what I've been doing is I've been having a ton of broccoli, which I never ate veggies. I thought veggies were gross. And so it's really cool to see that I'm starting to create those healthy habits and actually really enjoy them. The biggest thing for me is my gut. I had a hard time going to the bathroom, and it was always super painful, and it was not a healthy number 2, if that makes sense. And so now, that they told me I had IBS a long time ago, and I was just like, yeah, okay, like it's a common diagnosis, and I think a lot of it is due to your diet. And the same with my mom. Like it's so awesome, to see that that discomfort being gone. And just like previously mentioned, acidic or highly processed is one of the most genetically modified U.S. crops, and it's acidic and difficult to digest. So yeah. So how does Arbonne fit in? They are certified gluten-free, low glycemic, vegan, and their standards meet or exceed those of the FDA. They're formulated without animal products or byproducts, dairy, gluten, soy, artificial sweeteners, flavors, or artificial colors. And so on the bottom there, at the bottom of the screen, those are all the certifications that Arbonne has received. Certified vegan, certified gluten-free. The biggest one, if I remember, Lisa, was it the certified B? Is that what you were talking about last time?
Certified B Corporation means that you have to put the planet and the people before profit.
Yes.
You can look it up, like Patagonia, Athleta. Those are 2 companies that are certified B corporations. But it's like years and years worth of testing and stuff process that you have to go through to become a certified B corporation. Like when I heard B Corp, my financial background kicked in business banking, and I was like, no, there's a C Corp and an S Corp for a business. But B Corporation is totally different in the sense where you have to have all these certifications. You have to go through so many things. Like I was just listening to a podcast or a doctor on nutritional supplements, and she was talking about how it's a $6 billion industry, and over 60% of the supplements on the market are filled with junk and fillers, and like they're not good for you at all, and they're just put on the shelves, and people think, oh, well, it's a supplement, it says it's supposed to help me. Like, no, they don't. Most of them don't help you, and they actually harm you. So it's nice just to know that we have all those certifications to be able to back up what we say.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorites about the companies, about Arbonne, is that they put the planet before, the people.
Yep. So let's go through the products. Like we've talked a lot about just education. It has nothing to do with Arbonne, right? And that's, I think, why I really love Arbonne and this company and our team and what we teach, is because you can eat healthy and eat clean without any of the products. The only difference is, like, you may not be getting all the vitamins and nutrients and minerals that you need, and then it's harder. So Arbonne just is pretty much, oh, my poor dog needs to see outside so she can see her bunnies. Okay. But Arbonne just, it's like pressing the easy button. So we'll talk about our protein powder. 20 grams of protein, vegan protein per serving. Relax. It's made from peas, cranberries, brown rice, all for that full amino acid profile. The protein helps increase energy, support muscles, 24 essential vitamins and minerals. We have multiple different flavors. We even have, okay, so this certification up here tested with this G by the Banned Substance Control Group, not the gluten-free one, but the other one. So that's for the glycemic index certification. So some of our products are actually like certified by this company. So when you're talking like pre-diabetics, diabetics, we can't cure anything, right? Like talk to your doctor. I'm not making any of those type claims. But we actually have a protein powder that has a less amount of sugar. And so for people that really need to look at balancing their blood sugars, our protein powder, we have one that's called a Simply One protein, and it's got 1 gram of sugar. And it's the same sweetener as our other protein that only has 7 grams of sugar, which is less than like an apple, and it's cane sugar, it's not refined sugar. But like it's pretty cool to know that we have all these different flavors of protein and types of protein to be able to help you with your needs if you're trying to limit carbs or you need to watch those sugars. But they're clinically tested, certified to have a low glycemic index, which shows that it has little effect on blood sugar levels and does not cause a significant spike in blood sugar when prepared with water, right? It's just good for your body. So that protein powder is one of our favorite products, my favorite products. And then same with the energy fizz sticks, right? So this is your replacement for your morning coffee or whatever you start to feel tired in the afternoon. So you can just put a fizz stick in your water. I like to put it in my tea and have a tizzy is what we call it. We'll talk
My
about
favorite.
It's the only way, it's not the only way I drink fizz. I drink fizz in a lot of ways. I drink fizz in my tea. I'll have it just in cold water. It's got the green tea guarana B vitamins, so that's the caffeine that you're getting from those things. It's also got CoQ10, which is really good for the brain and memory. It helps support blood sugar levels, metabolize carbs, fats, proteins as well. Help support energy yielding metabolism and macronutrients. So after the 30 days, like I stick to this lifestyle really pretty well for the most part. I have my off days, right? But for the most part, I stick to this lifestyle. The only thing that I enjoy are like cocktails, right? Every once in a while. So what I do is I actually have a fizz stick and I make it with water, sometimes just a half of a fizz, and then I put vodka in there, so like Tito's vodka or something, and that's my cocktail of choice, like after a 30-day program. But that's how I make it more of a lifestyle. So fizz sticks are the bomb.
All right. So the digestion support, I love this stuff. And so it's a really mild powder with prebiotics in it. There's about 3 billion CFUs of the probiotics and enzymes that work to help support digestive function. And I absolutely love this stuff. I have it every morning in my breakfast shake because I'm still pretty much living this lifestyle as well. Even after the 30 days, I'm kind of doing another 30 days. I don't really know how to explain it, but I
30
still
days your way.
Yeah, 30 days my way. But I absolutely love this stuff. It helps my gut. It has ginger and the chamomile in it to provide a pleasant, soothing taste. It supports digestion of the carbs, fats, proteins, fiber, and lactose to help minimize gas and bloating. It supports your intestinal tract and nutrient uptake from the foods we eat. So it gives it supports your lining. It's formulated with no GMO ingredients, and you can mix it with water or blend it into your protein shake, which is what I do. I have it in my very first shake a day. And this little fit fact down at the bottom when I was reviewing these slides last night, I didn't even realize this until I was reading it. But 80% of your immune system and 80% of serotonin is in your gut. And serotonin is responsible for mood, libido, sleep, appetite, and memory. And then as well as your skin. And I've definitely noticed a huge change in myself in all of those areas. You know, and this definitely contributes to that.
Yeah, and this isn't just a product to use on the 30 days, like you were saying. You can use it forever for the rest of your life. We need it.
This detox tea is also a staple that I use at least once a day. It helps support the function of your liver and kidneys, which your liver and kidneys is your body's detoxifying organs. And I drink this definitely in the morning, usually with a fizz stick. And then sometimes I have it at night because I really like to have like that warm hug before I go to bed. But it also helps, like, especially if I've kind of had a less healthier meal. I'll definitely drink this because it kind of helps smooth and calm my stomach. And it's a natural diuretic to push, you know, those toxins through if I did have some sort of a cheat or, you know, whatever it is, which definitely is not happening nearly as much. But it has sweet fennel in it, which is an antioxidant to support the maintenance of good health as well. But yeah, it's caffeine free and I have it at least once a day.
Yep. I notice for me, it's really good especially after dinner or if I'm stressed and I want like a cocktail or something sweet, like I have the tea and it works magic. Somebody was like, oh, I just have my tea instead of wine. I was like, oh, you're crazy. And then, oh, that does work. I tell you well, I should take my own advice. Funny. Our prebiotic fiber we'll talk about next. Most people don't get their required amounts or even close to what they should be taking in fiber. And this is an interesting product, but you get 12 grams of fiber derived from grains, fruits, veggies. It supports regularity, cardiovascular health. One serving is like half the daily requirement. The soluble fiber, so it can be added to whatever you'd like, and it really supports that GI health, regularity, healthy glucose levels. It helps keep you full, right? Can help keep triglyceride levels in a normal range. It also acts as a sponge for toxins to be able to help remove those toxins. Some people love this product. Some people hate this product. This is one of those where we'll go through the 30 days together if that's what you decide to do. And like Brylie doesn't use it. I don't use it. But Kristina loves it. My sister-in-law loves it. Like I have people that will not go a day without it. And they're like, give me the fiber. And I keep some on hand just in case for them. But for me, I'm like, nope, if I get it too much, I'm like bloated, constipated. Other people are like, I have to have it. So that's an interesting product that we have out there. And these next three that we'll go through, you get to pick two for which ones that work with what your goals are and which ones you like. So this next one is our greens, and one scoop is 36 servings of fruits and veggies. It's got those phytonutrients in there. It's completely vegan. Everything is vegan, but gives you the full spectrum of fruits and veggies. Loaded with antioxidants, inflammatories, omega-3s, toxin cleansing powerhouses. I'll either put this in my smoothie. I'll do like a greens gut glow where I do greens and the probiotic, and then what we have is a skin elixir collagen booster, and I can do the three of those together. It's like a green shot. For me, I can't do it in a little bit of water, otherwise it makes me bloated once again. I have to do it in like a bigger drink. But there's a lot of people that'll just use a little water and they're like, it's my green shot, and they take it every morning. I spread mine out throughout the day and sip on it. But it can be added to pretty much anything and gives you that greens that one.
I love those greens. I have them I'm actually making a shake right now, but I have them. I have my greens and then I have my gut health and my protein shake in the morning, and I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. You want me to talk about the gentle cleanse, or you want to?
Yeah. So gentle cleanse. This was something I had a hard time with as well.
I love it.
Do you?
Oh, I
I'm having a hard time with it. But it's gentle enough for daily use. So you don't use this until the 3rd week. So in the first, 3 weeks, you go through the detox with the previously mentioned items. And then in the 3rd week, you start incorporating this, and you have it. And oh shoot, how many ounces of water?
32 ounces of
32 ounces. You drink it throughout the day. It's got key ingredients and magnesium that work to sync with the body to up that detoxification that's happening, to cleanse your system even more. So it takes it a step up in the 3rd week, and helps push more of those toxins through and cleanse your system. It's a lemon ginger flavored formula. It supports healthy bowel movements, removing those toxins. You can pair it with the daily fiber boost, and you can also pair it with the detox tea to help support your liver and kidneys. And then it helps prepare the body for a weight management regimen. But again, you don't start until the 3rd week, and it just takes that cleanse to the next level. The add-ons, so we have there's a multivitamin and mineral boost, contains 21 vitamins, which I need to try this. I haven't tried this yet. To support overall health with ingredients for the bone, eyes, and immune system. It's a comprehensive multivitamin to fill in the gaps of your diet. And it, let's see here, it includes B complex and what does that say?
antioxidant vitamins A, C, D, and E.
Oh yeah, there we go. I had a glare. A, C, and D. And I have not tried this. I do need to get it.
Yeah, this one is a little tiny thing, and the scoop is super small. Also, when you're on the 30-day program and you're following it to a T, you don't really need this one as much. I feel like you get a lot of your vitamins and minerals from the foods and from the products. But if you're doing more of a lifestyle type thing, or if you're vegan, I 100% recommend this, especially for those that are vegan, to be able to get all the vitamins and minerals that they need. But I'll do it, maybe not every day, but pretty often. And I just add it to my smoothie as well. So other add-ons are like we don't have the snack bars anymore, but we have these Feel Fit snack squares, and they're so much better than the snack bars. The snack bars were a little bit
really good. I got the caramel one. They're delicious.
Yeah, the Feel Fit, the snack squares are amazing. They come in the iced strawberry, and then cinnamon. Sorry, I'm like drawing a blank. Iced cinnamon flavor, and then there's a limited lemon cake flavor that I haven't gotten mine yet. It just came out a few days ago, which I love the lemon bars. And so I love lemon. So these are just good to have in your purse, in your car. Satisfies the sweet tooth, good amount of protein, low glycemic, no cholesterol, low sodium, high fiber snack. My kids devour these. Like, if I just had them out and not hiding, they'd have like 5 a day. So I have to ration them.
And these are delicious also.
Yes. I hide these too. I find actually wrappers in my 6-year-old's like closet all the time. He comes and steals my Fit Chews, but it's much better than candy, right? They come in chocolate, caramel, lemon. They're like a taffy texture, but they're amazing. A good pick-me-up. They can control appetite. They can give good energy, little snack, or a sweet treat after dinner, or after a meal is really good. I love them. What's your favorite flavor? Mine's lemon.
I'm chocolate. So my biggest downfall is craving chocolate, which, like I said, I don't really crave it very much. But around my menstrual cycle, I will have those urges. And so I just been having those at nighttime. That's typically if I do get cravings, it's at nighttime right after dinner. And I'll just have a couple of those and I'm good to go.
Good to go. Yep. Okay. My screen is freezing. Okay, there we go. All right, tell us what a sample day looks like.
All right, so for a sample day when you wake up, you will have a protein shake with the fiber and the digestion support, with a cup of detox tea and or a fizz stick if you want that, if you want that energy boost. If you're removing coffee, you can have that fizz stick in replace of it. It has 50 milligrams of caffeine, the fizz stick does. So you'll still be getting that little amount of caffeine, but if you're one that, you know, has 4 cups of coffee a day, you still might see the effects of that. You can have approved snacks like the fit chews we just talked about, nuts. I do a lot of green apples and brown rice cakes with, I'm not a huge fan of almond butter, so I'll have sunflower seed butter. I also have a lot of berries. Last week I was on veggies, just having a crap ton of veggies. And I don't really like eggs very much to begin with, so I kind of stay away from those. But in the afternoon before my workout, I have a fizz stick. That's kind of considered my pre-workout. So my snack is typically in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll have an additional fizz stick. For lunch, you'll have another protein shake. Just keep in mind, if you have the greens, you only have 1 scoop of greens a day, as well as that gut health, you only have 1 of those a day. And the fiber. So your lunch shake, if you had them in the morning, you won't have those in the afternoon, but you can use one of the recipes, which I've used several of them. They're good. Usually I just have berries. I'll have a banana in my afternoon shake to help me for my workout in the afternoon. Then for dinner, you have a fork and knife dinner. So the recipes that are provided are super good, and they feed a lot. It's a huge amount, especially if it's just one person. And so half of your plate is veggies, a quarter of your plate is a protein, an eighth is healthy fat, and the other eighth is carbs. And then you can also enjoy a cup of that detox tea or another fit chew, which is often what I have. The biggest thing about this is leaving a 12-hour window of fasting between dinner and breakfast. So if you get done eating dinner at 7 o'clock at night, then you won't have your morning shake until 7 o'clock the next morning. You can have the detox tea and fizz stick, but you want to try to keep that 12-hour window as much as possible. So that's what your sample day is. The skin, do you want to talk about this one?
Sure. So your skin's going to clear up, like we've talked about numerous times now, especially because it's done such great things for Brylie with just the nutrition. But the skin is the largest organ of the body and it's most neglected. And so we have this Age Well skincare line along with, we have these Genius resurfacing pads, but they actually came out with the Derm Results. That is a new product, and there's a serum and then these Derm Results peel pads, and they're amazing. It's like I don't know what they call it, exfoliation type thing with your skin. And I will use just the Derm Results, that serum. I'll like wash my face with the Age Well skincare, use the toner, and then use the Derm Results. And it is amazing how like much of a glow there is. Once again, it's all vegan, right? We have fewer than 10 ingredients in the skincare, so it's not full of junk either, because most personal care products have so many different carcinogenic like ingredients in them actually. So our vitamin C with antioxidant properties help reduce the appearance of oxidative damage from the environmental stressors. So this means we just have a reduction in the appearance of wrinkles, dark spots over time for more radiant, even toned looking skin. The Derm Results, like they did a study on it, and I believe that it was 100% people saw a change in their skin and recommended it. So they're both designed, the Age Well and the Derm Results, both designed to prevent and repair, all while being pure, safe, and beneficial. And your skin just glows, right? But what is it? Food we eat, the sun, and skincare products we use are responsible for 90% of the damage to our skin. So let's talk about how to save, right? We're kind of coming up on the end of this. So Arbonne is really cool in the sense that we have this preferred client membership program. It's $29 for a year. I like to think of it like Costco or Amazon membership, where if you get the membership, then you get big discounts and you just shop on your own time. And like Amazon, it just gets shipped right to your door. There's no certain amount that you have to buy per month or per year. However, they give like so many good benefits the more often that you buy, and the more that you buy, you get bigger discounts. So who doesn't want a bigger sale, right? You get free gifts all the time, free shipping on a lot of orders. So it's only $29 to become a preferred client. If this is, you want to try the products, you've never used the products before, and you want to do the 30-day program, then you want to become a preferred client. As a consultant, like what Brylie is, what I am, and what Kristina actually just started as well, you can have your own Arbonne business where you get your own website that people can shop from. It's only $49 to be able to become a consultant. You get 35 to 50% off all year. You get a free gift. You don't get as many of the perks as the preferred client does with the free shipping and multiple free gifts, but you have the ability to earn commission from sales or referrals. So that's the biggest perk, and you can make quite a bit of income from this business if that's something that you want to do, or you can make like date night money. Like, it's up to you. But once again, you can go to earnings.arbonne.com if this is something that you want to learn more about. But real briefly, it's an amazing opportunity to be able to work your own business just online alongside your current career or whatever you have going on in life. You can work it from your phone. So I've done it on the beach while traveling, coffee shops, whatever. And really, we all do network marketing or social marketing all the time anywhere when we're posting drinks from Starbucks. So we're talking about an amazing restaurant, or we're like, oh, I went to Target for this and this. You can't get out of Target for less than like $150, right? Like we're sharing about Target, we're sharing about Starbucks, we're sharing about those things, but we're not getting paid for it. Starbucks and Target are not sending me a check. But when I'm like, oh my gosh, Brylie says, the sound of excellence for making a tizzy in the morning, right? When you are like, I want to know what the sound of excellence is, and I want some of that in my body, like, then she actually gets a paycheck for that type of thing. So we're all doing network marketing anyway. I think that we do it a little bit different, where we're not spamming people or friends. Like, we're legit using the products because we love them and it's made a difference in our health and our lives. And then over time, you build a team of consultants. And I see this as like, I want to have a huge impact in people's health, right? And now that I have people on my team, they're making a huge impact in their networks. And so when that happens, it just multiplies. And then we're making like the world healthier, right? And then they can go live out their purpose. So you get to decide. Like I said, I like working. I like having a purpose outside of the home, and I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. And I don't know how stay-at-home moms do that. Like, I need an escape and need other things, right? But I get to decide how much time and work and effort I put into this business. And so if this is something that you want to do, you get to decide that. And you can grow your business as much as you want. Like, we just had a really cool retreat last weekend, and Brylie and Kristina were like, got to see some of the people there, and there were 4 chiefs there. Is that what Trisha said?
Yeah.
4 chiefs there that have made it to the top 1% and 2% of this company. And they all started this. Yes. Stephanie, Marianne, Ashley, Brianna, and Brittany, Trisha. Those are the 4 chiefs. I was going through other people, but they all started it when they were in the military, when they're active duty. And Ashley Strong still is top 1% in both the military and the Air Force, and in Arbonne. So you can see the different income levels, but it's 4 levels. You can make a couple hundred a month. You can make at the first level to $1,000 a month. At the second level, you can make $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And this becomes willable at this point too. So if something happened to you, you can will this to your family. At the third level, there's only 4 levels. So at the third level, the average income is like $4,000 to $10,000 a month. You also get to earn a VP Success Cash Award to use towards a white Mercedes. So I get like $800 a month just to drive a white Mercedes, which is pretty amazing. You're in the top 2% of the company at that point. And then the 4th level is the national vice president level. And you're earning about $22,000 a month there. So that's life-changing money, not just for you, but for like the causes that are close to your heart and what you want to give back to and what you want to do. There's so much.
Hey, stop.
And you get monthly cash awards at every level. Brylee's already pretty much halfway through to getting to the first level manager, to where she actually gets even bigger commissions. Overrides, gets paid on buying her own products, which is amazing. You can earn incentive trips every year. I've earned 6 of them in 6 years, which is fun to take the family to Jamaica and Mexico and Punta Cana. We were supposed to go to Atlantis twice, but COVID happened. But they they compensate us differently for that. But those are pretty
Goodness. Hey.
my dog gone crazy for it. But I'll stop sharing my screen, hopefully, because my cursor isn't working. But that's pretty much what we wanted to share with you. I don't know how much to say, like, this 30 Days to Healthy Living program can completely change your health, but the business can completely change the trajectory of your life as well. So we thank you guys for jumping on it. Brylie, good job for doing your first one, to be able to present.
You know, we just shoot from the hips and hope for the best.
Yeah, right? Maria, what did you think? Did she do okay?
No, she did really good. I think that's like a natural thing, because you know how to improvise as soon as you're in, like, especially in the military. Like, oh yeah, by the way, you're briefing today. Like, oh, I was. So you just look at the slides and remember what you got. You're like, oh, okay, let me tie this up. Like, you really did good.
Yeah, good job. And that's what this is all about. We do it together. Like, in this business, it's, if you start this, it's, you're not in business, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And the personal growth and development and trainings and all of that is pretty amazing, and all something that you don't really think that you get. The community, like, my husband was in the military, he was in the Marines, and now he's a firefighter. And at the beginning of my urban journey, I was like, I don't know why I like this so much. Like, I don't really get it. Like, why do I like it? He's like, because you're back on a team. And that's why I'm a firefighter, because I was in the military and I was on a team all the time. And it's, you know, I get that every day being at the fire department. It's like, you've lost that. You don't have it anymore. Being an athlete, I was a college athlete. I coached at the college level, like, still played sports. And it was like, he's like, you're missing that team. And now I have that team again and that community, which is just amazing. So,
Yeah.
so I'll stop the recording here. But people who are watching, you know, reach out if you have questions, but I'll stop the recording and say thank you to those that are rewatching.